Today I'm going to be showing you how to build Magik for Ultimate or any difficulty. If you watch some of my other build videos, you'll notice that I said I'll show you how to build them for Ultimate and then do different builds for standard difficulty. Well, they have significantly nerfed Ultimate 3 and all difficulties. Instead of taking 400 damage and 1700 damage, on Ultimate 3 you now take 200 and 800. So this is the optimal build for all difficulties. There is one swap out that I'll show you. So let's get into the build. We're going to take 2 copies of Kick because you can put Quick on it, and also because it has knockback, which means we can use it in conjunction with the portals. Now you have 2 options. You can either do 2 portals, and I'll get into this in a moment, or you can do a Limbo's Grasp, and you can do 2 Limbo's portals, and you can drop the reinforcement. You're going to have to pick, do you want to have her higher on the heroism gain, or do you want to have a little bit fun when you use her and have 4 heroes on the field at once? You are going to want at least 1 copy of Limbo's Grasp and make that free. Then your Limbo portals you're going to make plus 2 heroism. Now occasionally you don't get to use the Limbo's Grasp first and you get a Limbo's portal before you get the Limbo's Grasp. That is fine. You can use it. It's a free move. Use it for 2 heroism. Use it to get a free card in 2 heroism, because when you use this you're either putting it towards an explosive, a stun, or generally your own character, not her obviously because that doesn't work, the other one of the other 2, to get a free card. So using this before you use Limbo's Grasp means you don't get the extra damage, but it's still perfectly fine. Next we're going to take 2 copies of Gather Plus and definitely get her training up for her radius. It has a huge radius, gathers up so many enemies, so we're going to put Bleed. Now, not only are we gathering enemies together, which is great for anybody else that has a small radius move, but on the next move they are going to take bleed damage. So if they do survive the hit, which a lot of them generally will, this is more cleanup and just to do some damage to a lot of enemies, but it also does bleed damage to any of the ones you can't finish that round. So for 2 heroism, this move actually most times does a lot of damage, and it's great for cleaning up reinforcements. When the reinforcements come in, you get them out the way, or at least do get all the little ones out the way, and you do damage to the bigger ones. And we can't not take, I forget how to pronounce this, but this is a great card right here. Invulnerability counter. It's just a move that you can use whenever to do a little bit of damage to all the enemies. So it exhausts, and that's why we're not really counting it too much into the build. If this didn't exhaust, we 100% would have to drop reinforcement, but it does exhaust, so it's a one-time use. And reinforcement we're going to make free as well if you do use that. Once again, if you go with the reinforcement versus taking 3 portals, do make sure that you're either bringing like Strange Spider-Man with a heroism gaining build, the Hunter with his heroism gain, or at least not 2 other characters that are very heavy on heroism use. You can't use her and 2 other characters that are running 3 or 4 heroism. That just won't work. But that is 2 ways that you can build Magik, and optimally the most effective for her would be the portal, but if you play her with any other character that has heroism gain, you can drop one of the portals and put reinforcement, and It's definitely a fun move to have 4 heroes on the board at once. If you like the build, leave a like, comment, share it. It does help others find the build as well. I hope this helped.